when you look over this Auburn team, we're not going to try to sugarcoat it. They're 5-6. They've not met expectations, although the expectations weren't very high. It's not as talented a roster as we've seen in the past from Auburn, but still, they did take LSU to the wire. They did get that win against Texas A&M. They beat a Mizzou team that's notched a couple wins in the SEC Eastern Division. So it's a narrow path to victory for Auburn, but who do you think those key players are and matchups that could turn their way?
I think number one is it's going to be Tank Bigsby. It's got to be him. I mean, this is one of the more talented backs in the conference. Alabama has struggled at times stopping the run. Now, I understand Alabama will be at home this week. Their struggles on the run have come on the road. When you look at Arkansas giving up over 100 yards rushing to Raheem Sanders. When you look at Alabama on the road giving up big production to guys like Josh Williams of LSU, giving up plays to Tennessee's running back, a last name Wright. They've had some struggles there on the road against the backs in the SEC, even against Quinshon Judkins of Ole Miss. Judkins had nearly 140 yards rushing at 135 against Alabama. So Tank Bigsby, he's got to be looking at this going, hey, if my offensive lineman can just give me a chance, I have opportunity to run up and down this field on this Alabama defense. So it's going to start with him in this Auburn offensive line getting a push, getting some type of penetration, some type of movement against this Alabama defensive front. But I think the main thing for Auburn, in this matchup is going to be the Tigers defense. And how do they get after Bryce Young in this matchup? I mean, keep in mind, Bryce Young told reporters on Monday that he's feeling a lot better. He's feeling good. He's 100% coming off the sprained AC joint in his throwing shoulder that he suffered against Arkansas, though he did start in matchups against Tennessee, and LSU. But at the same time, this has been an Alabama offensive line that has been susceptible to giving up sacks. And, Bryce Young has been hit quite the amount of times this season. And the one thing we do know about Auburn is even in troublesome years, they keep a formidable defense. They keep a defensive front that will harass the quarterback, that will get pressure, that will use different stunts, different blitz packages to get somebody free on the edge or get somebody free in the middle to get pressure into the quarterback's face. So while I think offensively this game has got to be ran through Tank Bigsby, I look at defensively for the Tigers. Can they get to Bryce Young, affect him early and often, even inside Bryant-Denny? And I think, Mark, the weather can play a factor in this game. I believe the weather, they're calling for 70 to 80% chance of rain inside Bryant-Denny. So if that does not subside, I think the weather could play a big role in this year's Iron Bowl.
Colby Wooden and Derek Hall would be the most likely candidates to get to the quarterback with over double-digit tackles for loss and 6.5 sacks for Auburn. We get Stephen M. Smith on the line from Touchdown Alabama. Catch him on his show, In My Own Words, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on YouTube, 6 Central Time. Give Stephen a call.